I picked up this old 944 just to find out it had a massive gas tank leak. In this video, we're gonna be fixing the gas tank using JB Weld Tank Weld, and I'm gonna be showing you the process that I take and letting you guys know how well this works. This should work on any metal gas tank, and by the end of this video, you'll be able to know if this product is something that's gonna work for you. All right, so this is our tank right here that leaks a ton. On this car, it's leaking from underneath the strap where the strap contacts the tank. The first thing that we're gonna do is drop this strap that holds the tank up. Now this will vary depending on your project, so I'm not gonna go into extreme detail here. I'm gonna pull this strap down here. I suspect that this is leaking up front here. So now I fully removed that strap and you could clearly see a pretty big hole in the tank right about there. So that's what we're gonna be working with. There was an old patch on there, but it wasn't adhered super well. So I'm gonna prep the surface super well by scuffing it up to give the new patch something to really bite onto. And then we'll mix up that epoxy and get it on there. I'm gonna show you that whole process right now. All right, so what I got here is a wire brush on my drill, a different wire brush if I can't get a good angle, and some aggressive sandpaper. Now what we wanna do is rough up the surface of the tank around the hole that we're gonna patch so our JB Weld has something to bite nicely into. I will give the disclaimer here, you do not want to use anything around a gas tank that could produce sparks, so I'm going to be extra careful with this, and also I drained this gas tank several days ago, so there's no gas in it. Alright, so now I've got that surface fairly well cleaned off all around that pinhole that we're trying to patch. And that'll give us a nice clean area where there's just metal that we're actually gonna bond to. If you leave scaly paint on there, that'll just fall right off and your patch will not last. So this is the first step to prepping it. Now I'm gonna scratch this up with my aggressive sandpaper to try to get some deeper scratches in the tank for the epoxy to bond to. All right, so now I've got that surface nice and scratched up. I can see a bunch of scratches from where I'm sitting, and then I'm gonna clean that off with denatured alcohol to make sure that that surface is perfectly clean with no grease or grime on it. This step is pretty self-explanatory. Just take some isopropyl or denatured alcohol and clean the area that you're gonna patch. All right, and now for the fun part. Now we're gonna mix up the JB Weld and get ready to put that over our cracked tank. Now, this JB Weld product actually has a really cool feature that I haven't seen on other epoxies. This has a seam in the middle that breaks, and then you mix the epoxy right in the bag and then put it on your part to be repaired. What we have to do is squeeze the bottom half of the pouch, which is this right here, and we should see that seam burst, just like that. So it popped right through. Now I'm gonna get all of this up, mixed in with the other half, and we're just gonna knead this around to mix it up. I will say it's a little bit hard to tell how well mixed the combo is here. I don't think it's super well mixed yet, so I gotta keep going. It does say this stuff sets in 5 minutes, so I'm trying to work quickly. All right, and since I really don't wanna miss the working window on this stuff, I think it's pretty well mixed here. So I'm gonna get it up to this side and then start spreading this onto the damaged area. So I'm gonna rip this open there. That is pretty well uniformly mixed. For ease of use, I'm actually gonna squeeze this onto this piece of paper right here and get it up onto the tank. And I'm spreading this all around the surrounding area that this thing was leaking. And now I'm gonna take this and put it over my patch, just like that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and smear some more of this epoxy over that fiberglass. I can feel the stuff starting to get hot, which means it's curing. So I gotta work fast here. At this point, this stuff's pretty well cured. I'm not thrilled with the job I did, but it wasn't bad. So I'm gonna let that cure up and then see if that was good enough. All right, guys, so here's what we ended up with. It's definitely not the cleanest patch, and a lot of that was because the working time on this was shorter than I was hoping, so definitely be aware of that. But I do think we fully covered the area where that pinhole was. So we're gonna let this cure up and then we'll see if it holds. My biggest regret with this is I should have worked faster so that epoxy was softer and didn't start to cure while I was actually putting it on the tank. All right, so it is now 2 days later. It was raining yesterday, so I didn't come out here and work on the car. But this is what the patch looks like. I'm not thrilled with how it came out. There are a few areas here that aren't super even. All right, so now I knocked all the high spots down. I just used a rasp for this, which is like a super aggressive file. It did go through it pretty easy. I don't want to go too much because I don't want to go through my patch and have to do this all over again. Now I'm gonna put the strap back on and then we'll see how it goes. All right, got that tank strap back on. We're gonna fill it up and see if it leaks. All right, we're under it now. I will say, with the angle that I have the car parked at, I don't think there's gas actually on the tank where it was cracked. So I'm gonna back this thing off of here and then we'll really be able to see if it's gonna leak or not. All right, so as an update, I filled the car up with some gas and then it started to leak again, so I panicked, didn't get it on film. I jacked the car back up so there's no gas over that, and I redrained the tank, and now I am taking this product off of the gas tank and starting again. Right now I'm under there with a wire wheel again, trying to remove all of this product. It is an absolute pain and it's making a really big mess, but I don't have another option right now. So I'm gonna do that, use my wire wheel, strip this off the tank, and then come back to you with what I'm gonna do to patch up this tank. All right, so after spending a lot of time and sanding off all of the JB Weld product that's up here, I realized that the problem was not the product or my use of the product. My problem was I missed this other hole up here in the gas tank. So I patched that one there, which even with just a tiny bit of that tank weld, it's actually staying solid, but I missed this one up here, which was probably the main leak. All right, for round 2 of this experiment, we're gonna be using SteelStik. I do not think that that Tank Weld product was the reason that this didn't hold. I think I totally missed a spot of the tank that was missing. That said, I went with this SteelStik instead of another round of that Tank Weld because this should be easier to work on underneath the tank in a small space, because this is gonna be more of a putty versus the Tank Weld, which was more of a thin epoxy that was hard to stick up on a surface that gravity was just pulling the material back down. So I'm gonna open this up and show you how to do it. All right, so in here, it's literally like a stick of epoxy. That's why they call it SteelStik. And you can see there are 2 parts in there. So what we're gonna do is cut off a piece about the size that we need. I'm gonna use 2 small patches here. So I got a razor blade here, and I'm gonna cut off a section of this epoxy. Now we got this here. I know that looks tasty and edible, but don't do it. We're gonna unroll this, and this also has a 5-minute working time. So like with the Tank Weld, you have to work quick with this stuff, otherwise you're gonna run out of time. So I'm gonna get underneath the car in position before I even start kneading this. All right, so now I'm in position and I'm just gonna knead this putty until it's one uniform color.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, should hire Max for this. All right, we're looking pretty close to uniform. I'm gonna give this like 10 more seconds here. And now I'm gonna get this up onto the pieces of the tank that we're trying to patch. So this here is our first one. So I'm gonna push this up and in and work this around the area so it's nice and smooth and sort of feathers out from the area we're patching. I'm gonna go big around it so that way there's more area for this to really grip onto, and hopefully it won't come off and hopefully it won't leak. So that's that one. Now I'm gonna do the other one, same process. All right, so now we got this thing all patched up. I will say it is a lot neater than the Tank Weld to work with. Now I'm gonna let this cure. It says it's got an hour-long cure time, so we're gonna go cook some dinner and then come back out and see if this thing is cured up and see if it holds. All right, it's the next day. This epoxy is all cured up, and late last night I came out here and put some paint on it just to sort of blend it in and give it a little bit of extra rust protection. Now I'm gonna fill up this tank and see if this thing leaks at all. Fingers crossed it doesn't. Fingers crossed I got everything. This time I'm actually gonna fill this up before I put the strap back on, just so I could see if it's leaking. We put about 2.5 gallons of gas back in here. Before that was enough to make it leak. And so far, I don't see a leak. I'm gonna get that strap back on once more. All right, guys, so we are now back together with this all patched up. I have that strap back on, gas in the tank. This thing actually kind of rips. Let's go check the gas tank. I'm not seeing any drips. I think we successfully did it. All right, guys, so that is gonna wrap up this video. It actually seems like both of these JB Weld products could successfully patch holes in gas tanks. In this video, we only patched up a steel gas tank, not a plastic gas tank. But on something like an older car or something like an old motorcycle with a steel tank, it seems like SteelStik or the Tank Weld from JB Weld, both of those products seem like they would do the trick. I will say the SteelStik seems a little bit easier to use just because it's a little bit cleaner, less messy, and easier to use upside down. But the other product is specifically made for gas tanks, so that one might last a little bit longer. Without long-term testing, I can't say for sure, but either of these seem like they would do the trick. If you have experience with both of these products, let us know down below which one you prefer and why. And if you're looking to pick these up, I also have them linked down below. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and I hope you have a great day.